Kean, sophomore, number 2, Taylor Michaud. Senior, number 3, Cyan Cedar. Sophomore, number 5, Maddie Martinez. Sophomore, number 7, Julia Baca. Sophomore, number 8, Ann Beckmeyer. Junior, number 12, Ashley Smith. Junior, number 14, Kylie Burrow. The Cougars are coached by Don Perkins and assistant coach Emma Lorenzo. And now starting line for Stockton. Junior from New Providence, number 3, Marlon Penny.
Hello, volleyball fans, and welcome inside this match between the Stockton Ospreys and the Kean Cougars. This is an NJAC matchup in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Stockton's number 3 in the NJAC currently, trailing only Kean and number 1 Rowan. Stockton comes in with an 11-6 record, 3-1 in their conference. 4-game win streak they're on, and they're 5-1 at home. So they've been strong in Galloway. Looking to see some strong performance here tonight as well. Last game that they played was a doubleheader at Widener University on Saturday in Chester, Pennsylvania. They beat Widener early in the morning, 3-0. Kate Lauer with 12 kills, 10 digs, and 13 points. Megan Mendick with 20 assists and 2 points. And then they beat the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy 3-1 later that day with Haley Green with 17 kills, 7 digs, 19 points. Aubrey Rensel 21 assists, 6 digs, and 8 points. As we are underway here, and the first point is awarded to the Ospreys. That was a mixture of Talia Witherspoon and Kate Lauer. As for Kean, they come in 10-7 record. They're 4-0 in the conference. Like I said, number 2 in the conference, trailing only number 1 Rowan. They are 5-0 in the conference and 16-3 overall. But for Kean, they beat College of Mount St. Vincent 3-0 on Friday. Ashley Smith with 9 kills, 6 digs, and 10.5 points. Aspen O'Brien with 24 assists, 4 digs, and 2.5 points. Second point also goes to the Ospreys. It's going to be Aubrey Rensel once again to serve. She's been strong this year. Great play by Aubrey Rensel diving off the touch pass from Seeger. And nice play by Lauer. So it was defended nicely up front by Julia Vaca, but it got deflected out of bounds. Last matchup between these two was September 28th, 2021 of last year. Stockton won by a score 3-1 after dropping the first set for the Ospreys. Emma Capriglione with 15 kills in that one. And Aubrey Rensel also for the Ospreys with 4 kills, 46 assists, 10 digs, and 5 points. As for the Cougars, it was Ann Beckmeyer with 14 kills, 17.5 points, and Kylie Brewer with 2 kills, 45 assists, 5 digs, and 6 points. Camille De La Torre for the Ospreys gets that one to fall off the deflection in front, and it's a quick timeout for Don Perkins and his Kean squad as they trail 5-0 early. We'll be back in just about a moment. Hello everybody and welcome back. Early part of this first set on the campus of Stockton University. This NJAC matchup between Kean and Stockton. Stockton up 5-0 early. Points coming from Rensel, Lauer, and De La Torre early for the Ospreys. Good play up front. And it was out of the reach of Molly Ang as the Cougars get on the board first here, for the first time here. We'll see a quick substitution as Maddie DiMartini takes a seat, and Morgan Hall, senior out of Toms River, New Jersey, comes in. We'll see Kylie Brewer, the junior out of Mundelein, Illinois, taking the serve. And a tough play on the net right there for the Ospreys as Morgan Hall, number 25, Morgan Hall coming in with a thunderous finish. We'll see Brewer once again take the serve. Played nicely by the Ospreys, just got it over the net. That was Camille De La Torre. Hall once again gets a deflection up front and gets the point for Kean. That's definitely a strategy you can use if you're going to be spiking the ball up front, is you know the other team's going to come up and try to block it, maybe angle it so you can deflect it out of bounds. As once again, coming out of the timeout, Kean is on fire. That was number 7, Julia Vaca, sophomore out of Stony Creek, Ontario, Canada. So now we see junior out of Illinois take another serve. Nice diving dig there by Camille De La Torre. The backside, a hard play. That was Cyan Seeger, and another great play by the Cougars as it's now tied at 5. Cyan Seeger got up, got some height, and finished that with some emphasis. Brewer once again taking the serve, and that one goes into the net. It's going back to Stockton. Kate Lauer now to serve. Outstanding freshman for the Ospreys out of Clifton. Second on the team in points, second on the team in kills. Right behind the leader on the offense, Haley Green. That was Haley Green with the spike there, but she gets that one denied. That was once again Morgan Hall, number 25, coming up with a big play for Kean. Now Cyan Seeger once again to set up. And there's Haley Green there, but it's going to be a point for Kean once more. I believe they're going to say that might have been a violation. Cyan Seeger once again with the serve. Green once more, and that toes the back line. It stays in. So point back for the Ospreys, as now we'll see Seeger take a seat. And for her is Sedona Guard, senior out of Haworth, New Jersey. Now the libero, Molly Eng for the Ospreys with the serve. Morgan Hall with some force and a great block up front. Mixture of Haley Green and Jayla Roll. Once again, Eng to serve. Nice play there. That was Ashley Smith, Jr. out of Lake Villa, Illinois. Now we'll see the Canadian Julia Vaca take a seat. Coming in for her, number 8, Ann Beckmeyer. Beckmeyer with the attempt. And it's going to Kean off the violation. Now the libero for Kean to serve. This is number 3, Cyan Seeger. And great play by Camille De La Torre as she sandwiched that ball in between the net and the hands of the defenders in front. And we'll see the first substitution for Stockton today, as Aubrey Rensel is going to take a seat along with Camille De La Torre. And for those two is Regan Mendick, who is going to be serving momentarily, and Emma Capriglione. Tough play up front. It's going to the Stockton Ospreys. Now it's 10-9. Ospreys hold the lead. Each set in collegiate volleyball goes up to 25 points. It is win by 2. And is the first team to win 3 sets. If it is to get to the 5th set, it's only up to 15, but it is still win by 2. Only seen that happen once here in Galloway this season. That's Beckmeyer. That one goes out of bounds, and the Ospreys get that point. It's going to be Mendick once again to serve. Mendick's done a nice job this year as far as assists go. She's got 261 assists. That's 4.14 per set. And it's going to the Ospreys off the tip in front. There's a little confrontation between the officials. And it's going to stay with Stockton. Mendick once again to serve. Freshman out of Newark, Delaware. As I mentioned, done big things in the assist column this year. Also been a huge help as far as serving goes. Nice play in front by Ashley Smith. Played out well by the Ospreys. Now Capriglione. Now for Smith again with the soft touch. Now Haley Green able to get that one to go. Powerful finish from number 6, the leader of this Stockton team, Haley Green. Senior out of Springville, Utah. And she is an absolute force up front for Stockton. Now we'll see Ashley Smith again, and that one's going to the Ospreys. Smith, you've seen her get set a few times in the recent sets and in the recent points. That's because she's leading the team in points with 166.5. She's got 145 kills, 130 digs, all leading the team in all of these categories. There's a timeout that was taken, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay with us. Stockton up 15-9. Welcome back, everyone, to just about midway through the first set here for the Stockton versus Kean NJAC volleyball matchup. Stockton up 15-9. Still the first set here, and Regan Mendick has been busy serving today as that one goes a little deep. The freshman sends that out, and I think she thought she was going to get subbed out quick, but stick with who they got. Now Morgan Hall, we've seen on the front line do some damage already tonight. She took the serve, and Haley Green, great play, but another violation. It's going to Kean. That was a hard spike from Haley Green. Much like what we saw from Morgan Hall earlier in the set, as she sets up for her second serve, fielded cleanly by the Ospreys, and that one goes a little deep. Good judgment call by the libero for Kean. That is Cyan Seeger. Mendick able to get that one over, but unable to keep it in bounds, so Ospreys letting Kean get back in this set. Kean getting 4 straight unanswered points. Morgan Hall once again. Haley Green with some force, fielded cleanly by Seeger. Now Smith, and there's no one back there for the Ospreys, and it is now a 1-point game. 1-point set, I should say. Morgan Hall been serviceable serving thus far. Mendick for Green, and that one's going out. Good play there. It was tipped up front by Ashley Smith. Unable to keep it in play were the Cougars. Now Morgan Hall is going to take a seat. Coming in for her is Maddie DiMartini, sophomore out of North Vale, New Jersey. She started the game, got subbed out for Hall, and now she's back in. Served by Haley Green, hits the net, and she'll get subbed out for Paige Anania. Usually you don't see Green take the serve. It's usually Anania coming in for her before she's able to serve it. But I don't think the Ospreys were able to get the substitution done in time, which caused Haley Green to serve. And now it's Ashley Smith. Sent up for Lauer, and Lauer with a thunderous jam. Great play by Kate Lauer, freshman out of Clifton, as we mentioned. Now we'll see Molly Eng come out. And for her is Talia Witherspoon. And Paige Anania with the diving attempt, unable to get it to go. That was a good play there by Maddie DiMartini. And now you'll see Seeger out. Julia Vaca checking back in. And it's Ann Beckmeyer with the ace. as Paige Anania was unable to get the pancake on the floor there. Ace awarded to Ann Beckmeyer, and a timeout by Allison Walker, head coach of Stockton. And with that, we will also take a short break as we are tied up here at 7 in the first set of this NJAC matchup. Please stay with us. And we're right back into the action after a short break. Thank you to all who have tuned in for this NJAC conference matchup between Kean and Stockton. Tied up at 17 here in the first set. And Beckmeyer with another serve, and Witherspoon trying to get that one to stay in play. But it is a point for Kean. And now Kean with its first lead of the night at 18-17. Beckmeyer again. Capriglione. Michaud with a nice spike as well. It was fielded nicely by the Ospreys. Capriglione again. Nice play there. And that one's a little deep. Ashley Smith sends that one out, and back in for Kean is, number 3, Cyan Seeger. She replaced Ann Beckmeyer, and now here's Aubrey Rensel, who sends that one out. She just checked in a moment ago. Her and Camille De La Torre checked in place of Regan Mendick and Capriglione. Now we'll see DiMartini come out, and it's Taylor Michaud. Or excuse me, that was Morgan Hall coming back in. Seeger sets it up and played well by Witherspoon up front. Michaud's attempt a little too far, and it's a point going to the Ospreys, now tied up at 19. Anania takes a seat, and we'll see Haley Green check back in. You see the brace on her hip, as well as Seeger's hip. They both have the same type of thing. A little hip soreness maybe, and a great play by Taylor Michaud, sophomore out of Houston, Texas, with a powerful jam there. Taylor Michaud with the serve. And an ace, as there's a little miscommunication between Haley Green and Molly Ang. Taylor Michaud once again. That one hits the net, and it's going back to the Ospreys as Kean holds a 1-point lead. Getting into the later stages of the first set here. Libero Molly Ang to serve. Hall gets that one stuffed up front by Haley Green. And the Ospreys got a little life. It's now tied at 21. Large attendance on hand tonight in the Big Blue Sports Center on Stockton University's campus. Sent over for Smith. Played well by Rensel. Now for Green. Great diving play by Seeger. Now for Smith again, and it gets tipped up front by De La Torre and Ashley Smith Jr. out of Illinois with a nice play on the ball. As we'll see Julia Vaca come out. And in for her is Sedona Guard. Great play by Molly Yang to get the pancake on the floor. Sent for Beckmeyer. Now here's Haley Green, and it gets stuffed up front. That's a mixture of Beckmeyer and Hall for the Cougars. And Kean holds a 2-point lead as Allison Walker utilizes another timeout for Stockton. And Kean is up 2 points late in the first set. Please stay with us. We will be back in just a moment. Welcome back for the end of the first set, excuse me. It's going to be the libero for Kean, Cyan Seeger, to serve. 23-21, Kean in the lead. Great play by Seeger. Set up for Green, and that's a point for the Ospreys. Now 23-22. And we'll see a substitution for Stockton. It's Capriglione and Mendick in for Rensel and De La Torre. As for Kean, oh, excuse me, I thought I saw a substitution. They're going to stick with the same squad. And Mendick to serve. That's Ashley Smith, played well by Molly Ang, and Lauer tries to make a diving effort to save it, unable to. So now only 1 point away is Kean from taking this first set from Stockton in their home arena. Morgan Hall looking to do something. Ang with a weird play on the ball, and Kean gets the first set win here in Galloway, New Jersey. And we will have a quick 3-minute break, and we'll be back with the second set right after this as Kean holds a 1-0 lead. Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside this NJAC matchup between Kean and Stockton. Kean won the first set, and now we are here at the second, ready to go. The first set, Haley Green had 5 points, leading the way for the Ospreys. As for the Cougars, it was spread around a little more, but the leading scorer for Kean was Ashley Smith with 4.5 points. It's going to be Kean to start with it. It's Kylie Brewer. Leads them in assists coming into today with 303 assists. She's going to take the first serve. She also has 15 aces on the year. We didn't see one there, but we saw an awfully powerful shot from Haley Green to open things up in the second set. As I mentioned, it's a pretty packed house here in Big Blue Sports Center on the campus of Stockton. There are a whole lot of Kean fans here, and of course, as you might expect, a whole lot of Stockton fans as well. Great play up front by Emma Capriglione, blocking that one. And Stockton out to a 2-0 lead. But let me remind you, the first set started, it was 5-0 Stockton. And then there was a timeout by Don Perkins, which kind of reset everything for Kean and got him going a little bit. We see Anania come in for Green. And it's Taylor Michaud to serve for Kean. Kean able to keep it alive. What a great play. That was a mixture of Smith and Seeger, but they were unable to keep it alive after Stockton put a little soft touch on it. Michaud now taking a seat. Coming in for her is Sedona Guard. And what a tough play up front by Julia Vaca, sophomore out of Stony Creek, Ontario. As she'll now take a seat. And for her is Ann Beckmeyer. And then the libero, Cyan Seeger, takes the serve. Capriglione with the hit. And they're going to say it hit one of the Kean players first before going out of bounds. So that's a point for the Ospreys. Now Capriglione and Mendick are going to sit. Rensel and De La Torre to come in. Aubrey Rensel to serve. Fielded cleanly by Ang. Nice diving play by a few Cougars. Now it's Hall on the backside. Fielded nicely again by the Ospreys. Great play by Rensel getting down. That's a nice little volley they got going now. And Ashley Smith puts an end to that one with a great play on the ball. And it is now only a 1-point lead for the Ospreys early in the second set. Ospreys up 4-3. Was a serve by Morgan Hall and a hard hit by Camille De La Torre. Fielded nicely by the Cougars. Once again up front, Kate Lauer trying to do something. Nothing going for him as that front line of Kean has been very, very efficient in the early going of this one. As once again, Ann Beckmeyer denies an Osprey. Just as I mentioned that front line, they show up right there. Ann Beckmeyer did a great job right there, coming in at 5'11". Kate Lauer again, and another block up front for the Kean front line. They have been impenetrable to start, and I was just about to say you might see a timeout coming from Allison Walker soon, and we'll have one, so we'll be back in about a minute or so. Please stay with us right here in Galloway, New Jersey. Welcome back to the second set of this volleyball matchup between Stockton and Kean. Kean holding a 6-4 lead in the second set after getting a win in the first set. And it will be Morgan Hall to take the opening serve out of the timeout. Neil De La Torre with an attempt. Now one for Ashley Smith, and it hits off Paige Anania. A little weird diving play from the libero, Eng, but couldn't get there. That was a viciously hard hit from Ashley Smith. She now has 7 points on the night. Kylie Brewitt leading the way in assists with 10. Now 11, excuse me. And it was Seeger who was unable to get there in time. Now Morgan Hall's gonna sit. And for her is Maddie DiMartini. Kate Lauer, the freshman out of Clifton, New Jersey, to set up for the serve. Now it's setting up for Green, who finds some open floor and makes the Cougars pay. Now cutting the lead down to just 1 point. Kean up 7-6 in the second set. Osprey's got to get it over, and they are unable to control it cleanly as Aubrey Rensel sends that one out with the third bump set. Excuse me, the third bump. I don't know why I said set. Ashley Smith with an ace. That's the third one for Kean to start the game already. That's her 17th ace of the year for Ashley Smith. As we mentioned, she leads Kean in points scored, kills, and digs. And Kean unable to get that one over in 3 taps or less. So that point's going to Stockton. It is now 9-7. Kean in the lead. Stockton's been neck and neck right with them. Just have really not been able to get on a little run. There's Molly Eng to serve. Good play by Beckmeyer to even get that one over. Now De La Torre with a soft touch in the middle and is able to find the sweet spot of that defense. Now 9-8. Molly Eng, the product of New Providence, New Jersey. Here's Haley Green, and once again, Haley Green makes them pay. It is now tied at 9. Molly Eng once again to set up. Haley Green with 7 points off 6 kills. Nice dig there from Rensel. De La Torre, able to get that one over the net and sandwiched through the defender in the net. Stockton with the lead, their first lead since it was 3-2 earlier in the set. And for Kean, they're just kind of looking out of sorts as that one gets sent out by Ashley Smith. Timeout called for Don Perkins. Stockton up 11-9 as you hear the roars from the Stockton faithful. Please stay with us after this short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to a little before midway through the second set of this matchup between Kean and Stockton. Kean won the first set. Stockton leading by 2 points here in the second set. It is 11-9. Molly Eng is going to serve. Gets sent up. Beckmeyer with a play on a Jayla Roll with a block in front. Another block in front by Roll. Roll sends it over. A diving play. Can they get it over? Great play by Kean. Set up for De La Torre. That one gets deflected and falls in the front. Camille De La Torre done a very nice job. Also one of these freshmen for Stockton out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Eng's attempt goes into the net. She's not too happy about it. Rightfully so. Now it's going to be Beckmeyer to serve for Kean. Sent over for Haley Green, and that one gets up into about the 6th or 7th row of the opposite side bleachers. And that's a point for Stockton. Rensel and De La Torre out, Mendick and Capriglione in. And Stockton's on fire right now, but again, only holding a 3-point lead. They got to be careful not to let this get away from them. Make sure they keep pounding on. Great play up front. That's number 14, Kylie Brewer. A junior out of Illinois, as we mentioned, with a great play up front, catching the Stockton defense sleeping. Stockton was waiting for her to bump it, or excuse me, for her to set it. Instead, she just sent it right over into the sweet spot of the defense. Able to get a point back for Kean. 13-11 now. Great sliding dig right there from Regan Mendick. That one barely gets over, but is able to. That was Michaud. Now Green. Set up for Michaud again. It gets blocked up front by Capriglione, and it gets sent out. Now only a 1-point game right now. 13-12. Osprey's still holding the lead, but we'll see for how long. Mendick trying to get Kean caught sleeping, unable to. Green with a nice play. Jayla Roll with a second one, and then Eng to get it over. Eng with a nice play to keep that in the area of play. And what a hard spike there. That was Taylor Michaud. Sophomore out of Houston, Texas. As we mentioned, she's definitely got some power on her spike. She's only coming in at 5'5", so not an extremely tall girl, but she gets up there for sure. And an ace right there for Kylie Brewer as Molly Ang makes a diving effort but comes up short. Brewer sets up again. And a great play up front by Jayla Roll. Sophomore out of Williamstown, New Jersey. Jayla Roll stood tall up front there. And adds to her block total of the year. She's been great at 38 blocks, leads the team. That one goes out, and it's going to be Kean ball once again. It's going to be Taylor Michaud to serve. Haley Green checks out. Paige Anania checks in. And another ace for Kean. Taylor Michaud. Been playing well today on the front line and even gets it done on the back line as well. As we're going to get a timeout here once again. So please stay with us as Kean holds a 2-point lead in the second set. It is 16-14. Welcome back, everyone, inside Big Blue Sports Center on the campus of Stockton University as we see the Ospreys take on Kean in this NJAC conference matchup. Kean winning the first set and now up 2 points in the second set. Ashley Smith with the spike, fielded cleanly by Ang. Mendick trying to catch him off guard, unable to. Now it's Smith. Now it's Lauer. Great play by Seeger to get underneath that ball and make a play for the Kean Cougars. Great play by Anania to keep that one alive. And now Capriglione. Nice dig there by Brewer. And got a little hectic for the Cougars as that one goes out. And it's going to be Michaud to sit. Coming in for her is Sedona Guard. Served by Roll. Morgan Hall with a play on it. Capriglione with a nice play, and that's a point for her squad. Stockton now tied with Kean at 16 in the second set. And Jayla Roll will take it once again. And Kate Lauer with the dunk right at the net. So I don't think the Kean players knew if that was going over or not. I'll tell you one thing Kate Lauer did, freshman out of Clifton, making another play for her squad. Brewer setting up Smith. Anania looking to set up Lauer. Now Lauer. Nice play by Seeger. Lauer tips it, and it's going to be a Kean point. And I think Coach Allison Walker's arguing the fact that it might have been tipped by a Kean player before going out. Either way, we're going to see Cyan Seeger now serving. Capriglione with the spike, and that one is going to Kean. Another error up front for Stockton. It's been a rather sloppy overall match so far. Cyan Seeger's serve goes into the net, and it's now tied up at 18. Now we'll see Aubrey Rensel and Camille De La Torre come in. Mendick and Capriglione sit. Aubrey Rensel, a junior out of York, Pennsylvania, is now going to serve for the Ospreys. And Ashley Smith trying to make an athletic play to get the ball over the net, unable to. It's going to be Aubrey Rensel again to serve. Sent over for Morgan Hall. She's got quite a lot of power, as we mentioned. So does Kate Lauer, but the Cougars are able to keep that in play. Rensel sets up Lauer. Great diving dig right there by Kylie Brewer, putting her body on the line for the cause. Now Morgan Hall takes a whack at it. Now Kate Lauer, and that one goes a little deep. Good judgment by Cyan Seeger right there for Kean. Now we're going to see Morgan Hall take the serve. Sent up for De La Torre. Once more. Brewer trying to catch the Ospreys off guard again. Ashley Smith with a hard hit. Sent over for Kate Lauer, and she gets her whole body weight in that one. And that gets some of these Stockton fans on their feet. It's going to be Morgan Hall to sit. And it's going to be DeMartini to check in for her, as Kate Lauer, the outstanding freshman talent for the Ospreys, is now going to serve after getting the point just moments ago. Lauer's got 5 kills on the night for 5 points, and a great play by Camille De La Torre. Timeout by Kean, I believe. And we will be back in just a short moment. Quick break with this timeout. Welcome back to the end of the second set. Stockton holds a 2-point lead. It's 21-19. Leaders for both sides. First for the Ospreys, it is Haley Green leading the way with 8 kills and 9 points. As for the Cougars, it is Ashley Smith with 6 kills and 8 points. And Haley Green finishes that one once again, as she adds to her total for the day. Kate Lauer once again to serve. Sent up for Smith. Now Witherspoon, little touch pass over. Smith trying to get a nice little touch on that one. Great dig by Rensel. And Jayla Roll, or excuse me, that was Talia Witherspoon. Nice play up front, catching Kean off guard with a quick smack back onto their side. Kate Lauer now going to take another serve. So we're into the final 2 points of this set. 23-19. Smith, and that's going to be a carry, I believe. They're going to say she carried it, whether or not she did or not. Obviously, she doesn't agree with that. But the head referee up in the tower right here says otherwise. Now 1 point away from closing out this set, and Kate Lauer hits the net with that one. It's now 24-20. Michaud coming in, and taking a seat is number 9 guard. Smith gets that one right, gives that one right back to the Ospreys, and that is the end of the second set here. Big Blue Sports Center on the campus of Stockton. It's tied at 1 apiece, each team winning one set, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes, 45 seconds with the third set. Please stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third set of this volleyball matchup between Kean and Stockton. This is a matchup in the NJAC conference. Stockton coming in number 3 in the conference. Kean coming in number 2. And number 1 is Rowan, sitting at 5-0. First set was won by Kean. Second won by the Ospreys. So now we'll see what the third set has in store for us. This is Regan Mendick is going to start with it and will serve first. Haley Green for the Ospreys has led the way with 9 kills and 10 points. As for Kean, it's 6 kills and 8 points for Ashley Smith. She's played very well. Kylie Brew has got 11 assists for Kean. As for the Ospreys, Aubrey Rensel with 12 assists. It's a good work from the key players on both sides, and it's going to be an early point for Kean as the Stockton players look a little perplexed. DeMartini's going to come out. Morgan Hall to check back in. It's going to be Kylie Brewer to serve. Haley Green's attempt blocked up front by number 2, Taylor Michaud. Michaud had 8 blocks coming into this one. She's already has maybe 2 or 3 on the night. Capriglione now able to get a point for herself and her squad. And now it's going to be Paige Anania coming in for Haley Green, and she's going to serve. The freshman out of East Brunswick, New Jersey, has done pretty well this season, coming off the bench in times like this for when Haley Green is in turn for serving. She usually comes in and takes over that role. Kate Lauer with a great play that hit right off of Kylie Brewer's body, of somewhere on her body, and it ricocheted towards the bench of the Cougars. And it was Cyan Seeger who was unable to make a play on it. So now Anania sets up again. Sent over for Hall. Mendick with a falling effort. Now Lauer with a nice touch. And that one goes a little deep. Stockton gets back-to-back points there, and now they are leading 3-2 on the back of Paige Anania's serving right now. Mendick again with a diving dig. Sent for Smith, and that one goes out. It was going to be close, but referee on the left side by the Cougars bench had the best eye down the line and says it was out. So it's now 4-2. Stockton in the lead. Brewer sets up. That was Vaca. And Lauer's attempt goes a little long. It's going back to Kean. And it is going to be Taylor Michaud, sophomore out of Texas. Capriglione with a slam home. Stockton gets that point right back. It is 5-3 now. Molly Ang comes out. Jayla Roll checks in for the Ospreys. And as for Kean, it was Michaud checking out. Morgan Hall with a thunderous finish. She's had a pretty good night as well for herself. And now it'll be the libero, Cyan Seeger, to serve. Mendick just gets that one over. Sets up Beckmeyer, and that one goes long. But I think they're going to say it was tipped off a Stockton player in front, so it's going to be Seeger once again to serve. Back to what I was saying about Hall. She's having a nice night off the bench with 3 kills and 4.5 points. Point for Kean once more, as Capriglione couldn't get that one to get over the net. Witherspoon now with a nice touch and is just out of the outstretched arms of Sedona guard. Now we're going to see De La Torre and Rensel come in for Capriglione and Mendick, and it's going to be Aubrey Rensel to take the serve. Ashley Smith gets blocked up front. That was Talia Witherspoon. Maybe a little bit of Camille De La Torre. Stockton now out to another 1-point lead. These sets between Kean and Stockton have been rather close. Very tightly fought contest. And that's going to the Ospreys. Morgan Hall had a violation. Aubrey Rensel once again to serve. Great save there by Kate Lauer. Beckmeyer gets it saved by Molly Eng. Now here's Smith again with the soft touch. And Camille De La Torre, that's in. And that's another point for the Ospreys. The freshman Camille De La Torre pumps up this crowd with another beautiful spike from this Stockton front line. Now they hold a 3-point lead. Ashley Smith, great dig by Rensel. Witherspoon tried to get cute with it and get it over a little early, but Beckmeyer was not fooled. Sends it right back in Witherspoon's face. Now Morgan Hall to take the serve, senior out of Toms River, New Jersey. Nice diving play by guard and company. There's going to be a violation of some sort on Kean. I'm sorry, I do not know what exactly it was. Now we're going to see DiMartini come in for Hall, and we're going to see Green come in for Anania. And to serve for the Ospreys is Kate Lauer. Lauer and De La Torre, two of the outstanding freshmen on the squad for Stockton. And it gets blocked up front. It's going to stay. It's going to be a Kean point, however. Excuse me. Now Michaud checks back in for Sedona guard. Ashley Smith with the serve, and Haley Green with the finish, as it's going to be a Stockton point. It was deflected out of bounds right up in front. I'm not sure if that was Beckmeyer or Brewer. Beckmeyer with the spike. It gets blocked up. Now Haley Green with the soft touch right over the front row of Beckmeyer and Brewer. And another point for the Ospreys. 12-8 now. Libero Mali Eng to take another serve. And Ashley Smith kind of just misplayed that. And a timeout awarded to Don Perkins and the Cougars. So in the third set, Stockton holds a 13-8 lead. We will be right back. Back here with the third set between Stockton and Kean. Kean won the first set, Stockton won the second. We're here with the third, and Stockton holds a 5-point lead. It is 13-8. Molly Ang with the serve. And nice play in front. That was De La Torre and roll. It was Taylor Michaud on the spike. Now it's Ang once more to serve. And Beckmeyer makes a nice play, but so does the Ospreys, but just couldn't get there in time was Aubrey Rensel. Keep that one in play. That would have been a magnificent save started by Molly Ang. But now it's going to be Ann Beckmeyer, sophomore out of Highland, Illinois. Kean getting a good amount of out-of-state players. A lot of Illinois players. De La Torre gets a soft touch over the top, and now she's going to get subbed out along with Rensel for Capriglione and Mendick. Mendick, another freshman for the squad that's played really nice along with De La Torre and Lauer. Smith with a attempt over. Fielded cleanly by the Ospreys. Nice set by Molly Ang. Now that one goes from Michaud, and that one gets deflected up front. And Haley Green couldn't make the play on it in time. 15-10 now. It's going to be DiMartini out. And in for her is Julia Vaca, sophomore out of Canada. Kylie Brua to serve with her squad down 5. There's Haley Green, and that one goes out. A little too far. So now only a 4-point lead. Set up for Capriglione. It gets blocked up, but the Ospreys are able to control it. That one's a little deep. And I've noticed that a few times from the Ospreys is those side-to-side shots that they're trying to get have been going a little deep. And there's a timeout called by Stockton, I believe it was. Scoring leaders for Stockton. Haley Green, as we mentioned, she's up to 11 kills now with 12 points. She's got 7 digs on the night. But how about Aubrey Rensel with 16 assists and 10 digs? As for Kean, it was Ashley Smith, 7 kills and 9 points, who was leading the way for a while, but now Taylor Michaud, is now tied with Smith in kills at 7, and with one more point at 10 points, she's now in double digits. So Taylor Michaud and Ashley Smith both having great nights for Kean. And Ashley Smith still has not come out. It's a serve by Kylie Brua. That one was tipped, and they're going to say that it was tipped off of Haley Green. It's going to be another point for Kean. Kylie Brua once again. And Kate Lauer, that was a vicious hit, but that was a little deep. Kylie Brua sets up once again. It's only a 1-point lead now. When she started serving, it was 15-10. Now only 15-14, Stockton in the lead. And that one's in. That looked to be pretty well deep, but my eyes have fooled me. So that one stays in. Capriglione with a nice play on it. Haley Green to sit. Paige and Ania coming in to serve. Great play by Smith. And a nice fielding by Ang. Now here's Morgan Hall. And Mendick and Nia collided while they were both trying to make the dig. Looked like Mendick got the brunt of that hit. She seems to be a little shaken up, but she seems all right, and she's going to stay in. Gotta love the tough competitive nature. Now here's Taylor Michaud. And that one goes into the net. I think she was trying to get another ace for herself. She's already got 2 on the night. And now we're going to see Jayla Roll coming in for Molly Ang. She'll take the serve. Ashley Smith's attempt gets blocked right up front by a mixture of Capriglione and Witherspoon. Good work by those two. Witherspoon, sophomore out of Hackensack, New Jersey. Capriglione, the junior out of Tuckerton, New Jersey. And Roll again with a serve. That was probably going out if it wasn't touched, but able to stay in play. That one goes off the dome of Capriglione, stays in play. It looked like a meme that you see, or some sort of fake video, but Osprey's unable to get that one over the net, and it's going to be another point for Kean, 18-16. Kean trailing. Now Cyan Seeger. Kate Lauer with a thunderous flush, and that's another point for Stockton. Got blocked up front. I believe that was Morgan Hall who met Lauer up front, and that just got deflected out of play. Capriglione and Mendick coming out. Rensel and De La Torre checking in. Rensel served. Gets sent back. Nice play on the ball by Ang. Now sent over for Lauer, and Lauer gets that one to go. It was Beckmeyer who hit it up front, and it just stopped right in its tracks. Fell right there, and another point for the Ospreys. It's now 20-16 in the third set. Each team has won a set already. Now Ashley Smith trying to get the soft touch, unable to. Now Lauer with the soft touch. Fielded cleanly by Brewer. Dig by Anania. Now Lauer. It hits off Ang. And that's going to be a point for the Ospreys. Twice in this third set we've seen spikes go off the faces of Ospreys. It was Emma Capriglione moments ago, and now Molly Ang gets her noggin in the way to keep that ball alive. She got a heavy applause, her and all of her teammates, of course, got a heavy applause from this crowd at the Big Blue Sports Center as that spike goes out, and a timeout from Don Perkins, the head coach of Kean. It is 22-16, Stockton in the lead in the third set. Please stay with us. This is going to be a thriller. Welcome back, everyone, to the third set, closing stages of the third set. Stockton with a 22-16 lead. Kean won the first set, Stockton won the second. Now Stockton looking to go back-to-back and win the third here. And go up 2-1 in this match. So Aubrey Rensel's going to start with it and serve. Beckmeyer trying to get that one to go, doesn't go. Got blocked up front by Stockton. De La Torre able to keep that in play. Now here's Smith. That got tipped up front, and that's Kean's point. 22-17 now. And it's going to be Morgan Hall to serve. Kean with 6 aces in this match already. That was Kate Lauer. It's a hard hit. Gets sent over. Lauer again, and that one gets knocked and deflected up front, and it was just like the last one. Just kind of stopped right in its tracks, fell right down. Now they're going to see a few substitutions. It's going to be DeMartini and Hall out for Kean. Coming in is Aspen O'Brien and Bella Stem. As for Stockton, it's Paige Anania coming out in place of Haley Green. I think they're figuring out the logistics of their lineup right now. And Kate Lauer is going to serve. Great play by Kate Lauer. And Stockton now 1 point away from going up 2-1 in this match. And that goes down as an ace for Kate Lauer. What can't she do? She can serve, she can spike, she can probably set it. And Camille De La Torre ends this set for the Ospreys. And the Ospreys go up 2-1 in sets. We are going into the fourth one, and quite possibly the final one if the Ospreys can close them out here. Please stay with us after this short break. Hello everyone and welcome into the fourth set of this volleyball matchup between Stockton and Kean. Kean won the first set and Stockton have won the last two, which puts Stockton up 2-1 and only needing one set victory to win the overall match. For Stockton, it's Haley Green leading the way in points scored with 12 points scored on 11 kills. As for Kean, it is Ashley Smith leading the way with 11 points on 9 kills. To start off the fourth set, it's going to be Madeline Dohan. And she comes off the bench and gives that point right to the Ospreys. Freshman out of Heartland, Wisconsin. And she'll take a quick shift and she'll come out now. And we'll see Paige and Ania check in. Beckmeyer goes a little deep with that attempt. And Stockton goes up 2-0 early. And Ania once again. Now Smith gets blocked up front. Pancake by Ang. Can they get it over? Lauer able to get it over and unable to get the point, however. That would have been a miraculous point for the Ospreys had they been able to get that. But it goes out. And now Taylor Michaud back in. And Sedona Guard takes a seat. And Ania, nice setup for Lauer. That one gets over. And Ania with another diving save. And Lauer gets that one off the deflection up front from the Cougars. And Stockton now back in control with the serve. It's going to be Jayla Roll, sophomore out of Williamstown, New Jersey, to take it. And her squad holds a 3-1 lead. Molly Ang checked out. Mendick coming in. Or excuse me, it wasn't Mendick. I believe that was Roll coming in. Or Witherspoon, sorry. That one was blocked up front, and it's going to be a point for the Ospreys. It's 4-1. And it's going to be Jayla Roll once again. Beckmeyer gets that one, but it's out. Or excuse me, they're going to say it was in. I thought the referee on the near side threw the flag up saying it was out. Now it's Beckmeyer to serve. Ospreys just need to get it over now. Mendick able to. And what a play by Taylor Michaud. And now it is only a 1-point game. And Beckmeyer starts and sets up again. But Taylor Michaud has been an absolute animal. Tied with Ashley Smith at this point at 11 points for the match. It's tipped up front. Now Smith. Now here's Lauer. Soft touch. Smith again. And that one stays in. Good work by Ashley Smith, the unquestioned leader of this Cougar squad. Comes up big and ties it at 4 in the fourth set. Now Ann Beckmeyer, sophomore out of Illinois, takes another serve, and Talia Witherspoon makes a nice play on it. Kean able to retain control, however. Now Capriglione gets it to go. And Ashley Smith could not make the diving save there. And now Ann Beckmeyer comes out. And it is Cyan Seeger to check in, the libero for Kean. As for Stockton, it's Rensel and De La Torre in. Capriglione and Mendick out. And that serve goes out. It's going back to Kean. Morgan Hall is going to come back in for DeMartini. And it's going to be Kylie Brewer to serve. Tied at 5 in the fourth set. De La Torre with a powerful finish. And once again, Smith just a hair late. Now Haley Green checks back in. Senior out of Utah. Paige Anania checks out. That was Kate Lauer with the serve. Now here's Haley Green with the spike. Nice play on it by Smith. Now sent up for De La Torre, and De La Torre with the power. Seven 5 now, Stockton in control with Kate Lauer, their freshman, to serve. Morgan Hall, powerful shot, and it was a miracle Molly Yang even got a hand on that one. But it went out of bounds, and now it's going to be Taylor Michaud with the serve. As I mentioned earlier, she already has 2 aces. Great dig there, and great play by Talia Witherspoon on the net to not even let that one get over on her side, and now Jayla Roll is going to come in for Witherspoon. But it was a beautiful dig by Cyan Seeger. This is Smith, and Smith with a nice play on the ball. 8-7, Stockton in the lead. So we see Julia Vaca come out and Beckmeyer checking back in. Sent over for Green. Green gets that one to go. De La Torre and Rensel out, Mendick and Capriglione in. We've seen that rotation shuffled around. That's been pretty steady all season. Nice block up front by Jayla Roll. Ospreys with another point. Timeout awarded to Kean. Stockton up 10-7 in the fourth set as they are up 2-1 here at home. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the fourth set of this highly anticipated matchup between the number 2 and number 3 ranked teams in the NJAC conference. Number 2 team is Kean. Number 3, of course, Stockton. And Stockton getting the better of Kean to start this one, as they're up 2-1. And that's a great play by Ashley Smith, the leader of the Kean Cougars, to get the ball back for them. And it's Morgan Hall who will start up with the serve for Kean. Nice job by both front lines. Mendick sends it across for Green. Nice play there by Seeger. And that one goes out as Capriglione tried to block it up front accurately, which is, of course, tough to do. And it's going to be Morgan Hall once again to serve. Head coach for Kean, Don Perkins, having a quick word with our stat guys and the officials. This is Haley Green. Nice play on the ball by Seeger. And whistle blows. It's going to the Ospreys. And it is now 12-9. Stockton in the lead. Excuse me, 11-9. Kean's coach not really happy with that call, as you could probably imagine. Now Haley Green checks out, and Paige Anania coming in. Another one of the talented freshmen. That one goes for Beckmeyer, and it is now 11-10. Beckmeyer with her 6th kill of the evening. She's got 10 points for Kean. Now we'll see Sedona guard take a seat. Kate Lauer finds open spot in the defense of Kean and makes them pay. Now Jayla Roll to serve. 12-10, Stockton holds the lead. What a great play by Taylor Michaud as she shows her force and strength with that finish. And once again, we're going to see Ann Beckmeyer with the serve. Seeger took a seat, Vaca back in. And Vaca didn't really even see the ball, I don't think, as that one was set up right there for her. And it was a quick water break for Seeger as she comes in for Beckmeyer. Now we'll see Rensel and De La Torre come in, and Capriglione and Mendick check out. Once again, a great play by Taylor Michaud. She's putting the team on her back right now. Now Morgan Hall, you know her power up front. She checks in for DiMartini. So it's Vaca, Michaud, and Hall up on the front line as Kylie Brewer sends that one into the net. It's going back to Stockton, and Haley Green's going to check back in. Paige Anania will sit. And Kate Lauer will serve for the Ospreys. 14-12, Stockton holds the lead currently. Morgan Hall, we told you about the power. There it is. Morgan Hall's had a very nice night herself. She got 6 kills on the night, 7.5 points. Great play by Camille De La Torre as Seeger got a hand on it, but it wasn't able to be controlled. Now guard comes back in place of Michaud. And Ang takes the serve. Ang sets up Haley Green perfectly to finish that one. Stockton up 16-13 now. This one to Smith. Played well by Ang, but it's going to be a point for Stockton. There's a violation on Kean up front there. 17-13 now. And Molly Ang gets the ace off a mishit from Ashley Smith, and there's a timeout right there. So we'll take a quick break in the fourth set. It is 18-13. Stockton holds a lead and looking to close it out here with up 2-1. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Here in the late stages of the fourth set on the campus of Stockton University, Molly Ang getting set to serve. Ashley Smith, that one goes out. And the Ospreys are 1 point closer from closing this one out, as they are only 6 points away from ending the match, as they hold a 2-1 lead already. Now in the fourth set, and a commanding 20-13 lead, as Kean has kind of fallen apart. They showed very strong effort in the first set after being initially down 5-0, coming back and fighting, clawing their way back in. But ever since then, they just looked a tad bit sloppy. And as I say that, the Ospreys show a little of their vulnerability, a little sloppiness on their side, as there's a little miscommunication between Lauer and Ang. So now it is 20-14, and we'll see the libero, Cyan Seeger, serve for Kean. De La Torre with the soft touch, Seeger with a clean fielding of it. Hall. Now here's Rensel just trying to keep it in play, and that one's out. 20-15. And if you're Stockton, Aubrey Rensel's not exactly the one you want with the ball there, but it's kind of how it fell, and she's a good enough player where you'll take it, but it didn't work out that way that time. And De La Torre gets that one back for her squad. A great play on the ball, and now she'll be subbed out along with Rensel in place for Capriglione and Mendick. Mendick is going to take the serve. Freshman out of Newark, Delaware. That one's out of bounds. Just a little mishit. I believe that was Beckmeyer. It was either Beckmeyer or Brewer. I want to say it was Beckmeyer, but either way, it's Regan Mendick once again, only 3 points away from match win now. Mendick sets it up. Capriglione finishes it off. And the Ospreys now 2 points away. It is 23-15, and they're squarely in the driver's seat. After dropping the first set, Stockton has looked strong the last 2 sets, and that just out. That looked like it might have been in, but obviously we don't have as good of a view as the referee right on the side there. So we'll see Morgan Hall, the senior out of Toms River, take the serve. 23-16, the Ospreys lead. Great play by Seeger. Now Smith, great play by Ang, but no Osprey home for that return. And it is now 23-17. Ospreys can't let Kean inch back closer. You might see a timeout from Allison Walker if they get past 19 or 20. Great play by Seeger again. Up in front, rolls there. Great play by Hall, but no one's there for the Cougars. And it is now 24-17. DeMartini comes in for Hall. And it's going to be Haley Green, leader of this Stockton team, to take the serve. I guess they weren't able to sub in Anania, or it was a coaching choice by Allison Walker not to sub in, maybe a strategy. Great play to keep it alive by Lauer. Now Lauer. Sends it up, Smith. And that's going to be a point for Kean. And it's going to be Ashley Smith to take it. Michaud is going to come back in place of guard. Next game for the Ospreys is Thursday at Rutgers Newark, number 9 team in their conference, at 7 p.m. For Kean, their next game is Thursday at Rutgers Camden, who is the number 3 team in their conference. That's at 7 o'clock. Just a highlight and a heads up for what's to come, because this match is over after the error off the serve from Ashley Smith. The Ospreys win this one 3-1. After dropping the first set, they got the next 2. And the Ospreys come out victorious. They are now 4-1 in the conference. They're 12-6 overall. As for Kean, they fall to 4-1 in the conference, and they are 10-8 overall. It'll be interesting to see how the NJAC standings shift after this win by the Ospreys. But as I mentioned, the Ospreys' next game is Thursday at Rutgers Newark, which is at 7 p.m. Rutgers Newark is the last team in the NJAC conference at number 9.